Hey there, welcome back to Reddit Dating, the best channel for Reddit cheating stories. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more stories like these. Now, let's get into the video.
Parents want us to reconcile. Almost 4 months ago, my best friend's wife tells me my wife and her husband are having an affair. My STBXW was careful. He was not. OBS gave me lots of proof, including sexting and pictures. Once I learned the affair has been going on for a few years, I was done. Call logs and texts dated back when I was still working 16-hour days earning my engineering degree, including nights that were supposedly girls' nights out, and I was at home watching kids. Her friends were all cheating on their husbands and covering for each other. OBS decided to reconcile purely out of lack of financial means to leave AP. I chose to leave my WS. I got a lawyer and proceeded to make a plan before confronting her. Once I had everything I needed, I kicked my WS out of my house, changed the locks, split the accounts, and served her papers. She has zero claim to the house, and I had movers ship her stuff to her parents. She's fallen on hard times since we split. She's had to get a place with college-age roommates and start working 2 jobs. Today my parents and her parents had their own intervention of sorts, wanting us to reconcile for the kids. The kids are fine. They're with me 90% of the time. Our parents have been listening to her sob stories while she minimizes the fact she was banging my best friend this whole time. She's super sorry, so it's okay, rolling eyes face. They railed about the way I publicly outed her affair and threw her out. They called it immature and vindictive. Furthermore, they think me staying in contact with the OBS is inappropriate despite being friends with her and her family for over a decade. They even accused us of having an inappropriate relationship despite having zero proof of anything remotely inappropriate. We are not having sex. We are not kissing. We are not dating. We babysit kids for each other, drink coffee and talk, and exchange non-sexual favors. I save her a plate of food if her kids stay for dinner a few times a week she's in class. I'm the only family OBS has in our state, since her family has distanced themselves from her after her husband got caught and has been sent to prison for sex with minors, including OBS' underage cousin, and embezzling money from real estate investors shortly after he was outed for cheating. I'm beside myself. I feel gutted and betrayed all over again. Even though I've told her it's over and tried my best to go minimal contact, she just can't take no for an answer and now has everyone on her side. I'm not taking her back. She's just sorry she got caught and her AP went to prison and lost all that money. She's not sorry for betraying me for years while playing me for a complete fool. I worked for years to give her and I a good life, and I got SHT on. She'd still be F-king him in a hotel room or his car on her back had she not been caught by his wife. My STBXW also made the accusations OBS outed her to get revenge on her and steal her life. My WS is now saving herself for when I take her back. Raised eyebrow. OBS life has been a big train wreck. She and her kids were penniless and almost homeless since Dipshti had their assets seized. I've given enough to make sure that didn't happen. She's lost most of her family through this. None of this was her fault, and she was just as blindsided as I was. She's been a true friend and a confidant through all of this. Update. Some more info. He was having sex with OBS' underage cousin. She came forward after she found out about his affair with my STBXW. Several other women have came forward and pressed charges as well. He's also a real estate developer. While he was in jail, his panicked real estate investors discovered he had been spending and stealing an estimated $500,000 by paying for repairs under the table by unlicensed workers, not paying taxes on anything, cutting corners and charging for work he didn't do, charging literally everything to his business card not work-related, not getting building approvals and inspections, etc., so he'll get out about the same time he gets a senior citizen discount. The crazy part is he's been doing this for over 10 years and never got caught. Everyone thought he was making bank because he was good at his job. Even his investors were surprised. They crossed a lot of boundaries and stepped into my marriage, and I'm very upset they stuck their nose in without getting all the facts. I hope they snap out of this and realize it's never going to happen. I've been diplomatic but firm. I guess time will tell what kind of relationship we end up with. Still, they're the grandparents, so I really hope they choose to simply accept and move on and not make this more difficult. I'm doing my best to keep the relationship intact and close with their grandchildren. Story 2. My 22 male fiancé 21 female caught up with a friend and questioned our engagement. Hey all. My fiancé didn't physically cheat on me, but she became emotionally invested with a guy she used to have feelings for. In November, I discovered that she was sending him selfies of her outfits for work, photos of what we were doing, such as carving pumpkins for Halloween, and texting nonstop throughout the workday, mainly about pointless stuff. One night she asked if we could watch a show on Netflix, which I later found out he was mentioning in their conversation. The last message he sent revealed how he felt for me, fiancé, and said it's in your court now. My fiancé responded with something like, "Oh wow. That's a lot to take in. I need to figure out what I'm doing here, but until then we shouldn't talk." She then took a screenshot of the convo and sent it to her best friend, who said, "Well, what are you going to do?" This is not the first time she messaged this guy. Last year she was catching up with him too. She told him she liked him, but is with me and thought her feelings were wrong. I found out about the texts. She turned off notifications for his messages on iMessage and Facebook. I confronted her. She said she knew it would hurt me, but she did it anyways. I asked for the ring back, went to my parents for a week. After talking to friends, who told me to end it since this wasn't the first time, I said I have to give it one final chance and see what she does, and we have been trying to work through things since. I am seeing a counselor and so is she. We want to do couples therapy, but want to figure out what we want first. We talked about again last night and she said she never flirted with him, yet she admitted she may have a little bit when I found out. I feel like I'm running in circles with her. I'm stress eating, grinding my teeth and struggling to forgive. This wasn't the first time with the guy and she said it wouldn't happen again last time. I am scared for our future and she's always saying she loves me. I feel like it's because she got caught though and almost lost me. Any advice is welcome. I am scared this would have led to physical cheating at some point. Update. Thank you all for the advice. I know many of you said I would not take it, but I did. Yesterday I went on my ex's computer and found a conversation from a year ago with her friend that I did not know about. Talking about dreams, weird flirty banter and discussions about pop culture that I thought I got her into. Hindsight, it all lines up. She knew I'm 2019 that there was something there and was not sure how she felt then. We were still dating at that point and not engaged. I also found out she was wanting to break up with me 4 weeks ago. She also broke my boundary of social distancing and saw a friend who has been in contact with someone with COVID. Opinions aside, she never told me and my family had a few high-risk people. We talked last night. I told her about my new findings and said it's over. She needs to explore her feelings for the other guy, who looks half as good as me and is nowhere near financially stable. She agreed and I got the ring back. After lots of tears I started to discuss the lease and finances. She's shitting bricks since 80% of our things are mine or my family's. She had been using my car and relied on me to get our apartment. Even with a roommate, she will struggle. I wish nothing bad to happen to her, but she should have thought about all that before questioning our relationship. I have to quarantine until I can move back to my parents for now. It's a weird limbo. It sucks, but I see the light at the end. I'm sad about the good memories, but know if this didn't happen she's explore feelings with other guys if we did get married. Have a great boss who told me to take the next few days off and great friends who have been talking me through this. I'm thankful for COVID, as it caused a delay in our wedding which would have been 1 week before D-Day. Thank you for the support, Reddit. We all know we deserve better and I know there's someone out there who will love me unconditionally. Now time to heal. Peace and love.